Hello and welcome to our review of Traffic School to Go. In this video, I'm going to show you the sign-up process, what it looks like inside the course. I'm going to give you the quiz and exam answers so that you can go through the course as fast as possible. And we're going to talk a little bit about the pros, the cons, and some of the alternatives to Traffic School to Go. So let's dive into it. Here I am in their website. As you can see here, it's only $19.95 to register. And here we have the registration where you really just have to put your details and create your own login, which I'm going to do here. Once you put in your details, you'll be taken to this checkout page where you can get a video upgrade, an audio upgrade, or you can even get a school study guide, which isn't really necessary. This is Traffic School. It's going to be very simple. So you don't need any of those, and you can pay with your card or PayPal. I'm just going to fill in my details and I will jump forward again. And then here we are. So first we have to input our ticket details, our driver's license details, our court details, so that they can electronically submit it to the court once you're finished. So it looks really old, as you can see, but let's just fill this out again. And then we have to enter our student information. So let's go ahead. And then we have the security information. Now, as you're going through the course, these questions are going to pop up randomly to verify that you're the one that's taking the course. You're not allowed to give it to a friend to do it for you. That's why they have these security verifications. So remember what you put here, because you cannot continue with the course if you don't answer these correctly. So I'm just going to fill this out again. So finally, after filling up all that information, we can finally get to the course. But before we do that, let's have a quick overview of the table of contents. So you can see here, it's quite long. Each module has several chapters, and there are a total of 11 modules before you take the final exam. So it might seem long. However, there are no course timers, so that you don't actually have to read everything. You can just skip right through it, as I'm doing here. It's pretty simple. And again, this is Traffic School. You should already know everything that's on here, especially if you already have a driver's license. So you don't actually have to study it. If you want to study it, you can, but it's really, really old fashioned. As you can see here, it looks like a website from the 2000s. This isn't a modern course at all. So again, I'm just going to skip forward and show you the other interesting things inside the course. So at the end of each module, you're going to have a little quiz. These quizzes are super duper easy. You don't have to study to get them right. And we're going to have all the answers down in the description below so that you can pass this without any problems at all. But as you'll see, these are very easy. I'm going to answer them without even studying. So as you can see, I got 100% without studying. Super easy. You should all know all of this. And let's continue with the course. And really, the rest of the course is really just like this. It's module 2. You can just skip forward by clicking these arrows in the top. You really don't have to read anything unless you want to. And there's no course timer, so you don't have to wait on any page for longer than you need to. So let's continue. And here's an example of the security question that pops up randomly. And you have to remember the answer so that you can move to the next. You can continue with your course. All right, so I just finished the course. That took me about 30 minutes. There were a lot of chapters. However, most of them were just one page and I was just skipping through it. So it was quite fast, just 30 minutes, one of the fastest ones that I've done so far. And now we're going to take the final exam. And as with all other California schools, it takes 1 hour. You need to get 70% and there are 25 questions. So let's dive into it. And as you can see here, the questions are very simple. There's 25. We're going to have all the answers in the description below. So do check that out if you want to get 100% on the first try. So I'm just going to answer this again and I will see you once I'm finished. All right, so I'm just finished with the exam. As you can see, that just took me 5 minutes. So let's submit and let's see how we do. And we passed. All right, so we passed. It doesn't say exactly how much I got correct and which of those questions weren't correct, but that's good enough that we know that we passed. So now we just have to fill in a few more details for your so that they can electronically submit this to your court. And from there, it really depends on what state you're in, what court you're in, and the whole process differs from person to person. So these are just some survey questions. I don't think you have to answer them. No, you don't. So let's just finish this and we're done. So now that we're done, let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of Traffic School to Go. The pros, of course, is that it's a very straightforward course. You saw that there. There's no nonsense, nothing fancy. It's just study and go, or even just click through and go. And this is really something for people who don't mind. It's a little bit old fashioned, but it gets the job done. And the great thing about it is there's no course timers. Now, some online traffic schools in California do have course timers and they can really slow you down. This one, there were a lot of pages, there was a lot of clicking, but there was no course timer. So I was able to get it done in about 30 minutes, which is really, really great. So now for the cons, it is a little bit old fashioned as you saw there. It's not nearly as modern as something as Aceable or iDrive Safely, but that's really not a problem if you're just trying to get rid of your ticket as fast as possible. They also have a low price guarantee. However, I couldn't find any information on their website how that works. This isn't like go to Traffic School where it's very obvious that if you find a lower priced course, they will remove $1 from theirs. This one, you probably have to contact them to ask them how that works, but that shouldn't be a problem if you want a lower price. And I do know several courses that are cheaper than 1995. So there's that. Of course, the alternatives, there's improv, which is quite a little bit faster since there aren't many pages in that course. And then, of course, there's iDrive Safely and Aceable, which have much better graphics and user experience. However, they are a little bit slower. And then finally, there's Go to Traffic School, which is the cheapest one that I've found. And of course, they have that $1 off if you find something cheaper. So there's that. Thank you for watching our review of Traffic School to Go. If you're going to take the course, please support us by using our link in the description below. It will help us in our mission to get rid of the old, stuffy, and really bad online traffic schools that are out there. And if you have any questions about Traffic School to Go or just online traffic schools in general, leave a comment down below and I will get back to you. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and remember to drive safely.